Good morning students, welcome back to the online class. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, that is a query. Query means what? First we have to know what is actually query. Okay? Query means what? Query is a way to ask questions about data, or it is a way to ask questions. Question to what? Means what? You can ask question on data. Now see, what is query? Query means what? It is a way to ask question on data. Means what? Query means what? It is a request for data. It is a request for data. You request for data and for action on data. For example, this is a what? This is a server. This is a server. It is a server. Okay. Now, when a user say is a user, he asks a query, he requests a query. Ask means what? He requests a query. He requests a question or data. That I want these things. For example, I want to view all the information of class 9. Class 9, all the students' informations I want. So users give a request to the database, and the database send the response. Means what? This is called a query. You give a request, you ask the questions on data, that I want the information of all student records from of class 9. Okay? And after that, the database search the information, and after that they will give a response, means they will give the output to the user. So this is called a query. In the book you can see an Access 2010 query is a question that you can ask about the data stored in a table. Means whatever information is stored on the table, you can ask. Okay, so in this way you can ask any question with the help of a query. Now the query can be a simple question about the data in a single table, or it can be complex question about the data stored in multiple tables. Means what? The query may be simple, or it may be complex. Means what? Simple means what? You can ask a query from only one table. Or complex means what? You can ask a query, it is the combination of multiple tables. It is not a one table. It means it's a combination of tables. Say example 5-6 tables combination. After 5-6 tables, combine the information and you will get just a result. So this is called a complex query. The simple query means what? You ask a question only from only one table. Okay, this is called simple query or complex query. Okay, some examples of queries are, you can see here, list of students who got the grade A1 in all 5 subjects. And second one is list of employees who draw a salary of 50,000 or above. Okay, first we have to know what is actually query. Now see, it is a way to ask question on data. It is a way to ask question on data. You can ask question on data. For example, this is a what? This is a data set view, or you can say a student table. First here the roll number, name and grade. Okay, now see, in roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Name Rahul, Mahesh, Priya, Anuj, and say Supriya. Okay, grade A, B, B, A, and C. Okay, now see, this is a student table. This is a student table. You can see here there are three fields: roll number, name, and grade. Okay, in the roll number there is a roll number, and name is in the name of the students, and grade means the grade. It is the student. It is the student who got the grade. Okay, now can see. I want the information. For example, say like the students which who got the grade A, or you can say who got the grade A or A1. So you can see first example, you can see list the students who got the A1 in all 5 subjects. Okay. Let's say example, for example, I want to know the grade 1, grade A student name. Student name. I want the grade A student name. Who got the grade A and the grade A name I want. So you can create a query in this way, or you can create a query for this type of questions. Okay, so that's why query is so important. So in this case, we can get the information roll number 1 and roll number 4, means Rahul and Anush who got the grade A, and the rest of is B, B and C. So in this way we can create a query, and after that we will get the information easily. So this is a call query. Now see, next question is next example is very easy. Same things, list of the employees who draw a salary 15,000 or above. Means what? Here means what? The condition is what? In this case, the condition is the grade should be A. Grade equal to A. This is the condition. This is the condition, you can see. If the condition is fulfilled, then the result we will going to see. You will get the results. If the grade equal to A, first the database search the grade. Okay. In this grade, you can first search the grade. Where they find the A, after that they will display the all information, means the name of the students. Okay. Again, here again says search. No, this is a B grade. No, there is the condition is not fulfilled. Again B not fulfilled. Next Anuj, his grade is A. So this condition is now fulfilled. Means it is true. Condition is true. That's why Anuj will display. Again Supriya, grade C is not fulfilled. So that's why it is not going to display. So first they will first search the grade column. Okay. After that they will display the information according to the user's choice. Okay. So in this way you can search the database with the help of a query. Next example, the same example, list of employees who draw a salary of 50,000 or above. Say example, this is a what? Okay, this is an employee table. Employee ID, name, grade and salary. Okay. Now you can see here, this is a what? This is the employee table. Okay, in the employee table, you can see here the condition is what? The employee who draw a salary of 50,000 or above. The condition is means what? The salary should be greater than or equal to 50,000. This is the condition. This is the main condition. The condition should be successful. Otherwise, it is not going to be displayed. Now, if the condition is true, then it will going to display your information. So in this case, you can see here the first information, that is employee ID 1. The salary is 50,000. It will going to display. Secondly, the Suresh, he got 51,000, and Arun also got 80,000. So that's why this 3 row, this is the first row, second row, and third row. This 3 row will going to display, because why? The condition is fulfilled. If the condition is true, then the output will be the information will be displayed. If the condition is not fulfilled or if the condition is false, then it will not going to be displayed. Here you can see 45,000 and 48,000. Means what? 45,000 is not greater than equal to 50,000. Okay, so that's why it is not going to be displayed, because the condition is false here. If the condition is, again I am saying that if the condition is true, then the query will give the results. If the condition is false, then it will not going to be displayed. Okay, understand? This is called the query. So you can see the query you can save in the hard disk for future use. You can see in the book, you can say Access 2010 save each query as a new object in the database. Means what? When you save any query, it will save the query as an object. Okay. It will save the record as an object. Okay. Now see, in the book you can see here again a save query can be run again at any time in the future. Means in the future you can run the query in any time. So that's why I have to again say that after successful of query, you have to save your query first. You have to save your query first, and after that, whenever you need the query, you just go to your hard drive or in the safe place, and after that run the query. It will give the result quickly. So that's why it is very important that after successful of query, you have to save the query first. Means what? In the future times, you need the query. Means the same thing I want. So at that time, it is very difficult to again create the query. So that's why better to save the query, and after that you can reuse the query again and again in future times. So reuse the query is very important, because it will save the time and it will save the money also. Okay, so that's why you have to first save the query. Now see in the book, after that the next is types of queries. Types of queries. Types of query. Okay, now in the book you can see here, Access 2010 support the following types of queries. Okay, types of queries. The first query is select query. First query is select query. Select means what? You can see in the book, this query select and display records in a table. Means what? When you use the select query, what happens? It will going to display the record. It will display the records. Okay. It will display the records from a database, and also it will select the query also. It will also select the query, and also it will also display the records from the database. For example, this is the database. This is the database, or you can say, okay, database. Okay. Now, if you want to see the records of 2019's result of class 9. Okay, then you have to use the select query. Okay, means what? Select the query means first you have to select the query, and after that what? Response, give the query to as a query, give the request to the database. After that you will going to display the records of all information, that is result of 2019 class 9's. Okay, means what? I want the information of class 9 2019 records of all informations. So that's why we have to select, we have to use the select query. So select query means what? It will display the records from the server, or it you can say it will select the query. Okay, so that's why select query is so important. That is the first query of MS Excel 2010. Next is number 2 query is, that is make table. Number 2 is make table. Make table. So make table means what? This query select and display records and save the records in the new table. Okay. Again, it will again what? First it will, the first thing is what? It will first select the query. It will first select the query. After that, number 2 is it will display the query. It will display the query and display the records. Say it will display the records, whatever the records information. Okay. After that, what happened? It will also save the query. Save the query. Again say, save the records. So no, not query, save the records in different table. In different table. Or you can say a new table. Okay, means what? You just give a request to the server that I want the information of all information of class 9. Class 9, all information, that is 2019. After that, the database search the information and it will give a result, or you can say a records, that is response. Okay, after that you will get the all informations, all from the class 9 2019, all records, the marks, the student names, performance, grades, everything. Who got the highest mark, who got the lowest mark. Okay, so that is the things we need, and after that we can create the query, and after that we give the request to the server and the result will display. Okay, so means what? Make table means what? It will also select the query first, and after that display the records, whatever record information exists in the server, it will display, and after that it will also save the records in a new table or in different tables. So it is, the third point is very important. It will save the records. Why? Because it will give a what? It means in future if you need these things, you need these records. For example, after executing the query, I need this record again. So that also in this case what happened? Again I have to again execute the query, go to the server and again ask the database that I want these informations. Again it will take time. Okay. So means what? But better to save the records. Whatever the result we got, whatever result we get, it will have to automatically save. It will going to automatically save in new tables. We don't need to do anything. The database automatically do these things. Okay. So in this case, it is an advantage that after displaying the record, it will also save the records in a new table, in a different table. Say. Okay. So this is called a make table query. Okay. Next query is append. Next query is append. Next query is append. Number 3, append. Append means what? You can see in the books. This query adds a record to the existing table. Means what? You can add a new record in an existing table. Okay. For example, say like this is a existing table of student. Okay. Here roll number, name, marks. These three fields are exist. Okay, now see when I what? Append means what? This query adds a record to the existing table. Means what? You can add a new records. For example, say I want to add a new column here. Say phone number. You can add a new column. Means what? Append the query. It is means what? It is add a new records to the existing table. Means what? The phone number is not an existing table record. Means what? After getting the records will add in this table, or the records will going to add. This query add a record to the existing table. Means what? This is an existing table. This is an existing table. After getting that records, this record will going to be add here. This query means what? You can add a new records in an existing tables. Say I want the phone numbers of all the students of class 9. Class 9, all the information means class 9 phone number of parents phone number. Class 9's all students parents phone number I want. So that's why the phone number is what? The records. This record is going to add in this new table, in this existing table. So in this way, you can easily add records in an existing table. So it is called append. Means add. Add the records to the existing table. This is the third query. And the next query is update. You understand these things, I think? Means what? Again I say, in the query I want that all the students of class 9's, all the students of class 9's phone number of their parents. After getting these records, I can easily add this record to an existing table. This is called append query. Okay. Number 4 is update. Number 4 is update. Update means what? This query update the table in a table. This query update the data in a table. Means what? You can easily update any information. You can easily update any information or any data in a table. So this query update the data in a table. For example, say this is an existing table. This is roll number, name and address. One, two, three, four. Priya, Rahul, Mahesh, Virat. Address Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Okay, now I can see in this table, this is the roll number, name and address. This is called student table. Okay, in this table you can see, if I see the roll number wise, you can see the roll number 1 is Priya, that is from Delhi, Rahul from Bangalore, Mahesh from Hyderabad, and Virat from Mumbai. Okay, means what? This is the student table. But in this update table or update query, we can easily update any information. For example, say the roll number 3 Mahesh, he is from Hyderabad. Now his parents is now transferred to where? Chennai. Okay, so that's why I want to change his address from Hyderabad to Chennai. So we can easily update his address. Which address? Address means now he is not from Hyderabad, he is from now Chennai. Okay, previously he is from Hyderabad, but now this time, in this present time, he is from Chennai because his parents is transferred from Hyderabad to Chennai. So that's why his address should be changed. So update query means what? You can update any information or any data easily. So it is called an update query. It is very important. Update query. Update query means update any information or data in an existing table. Okay. Now next query is cross tab. I think number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Number 5. Cross tab. Okay, cross tab means what? In the book you can see this query calculate the aggregate function, that is count, sum, average, etc. Okay. Cross tab means what? You can calculate any function. Any function. For example, sum function, average function, mean function, max function, count function. Okay, you can see here, this is called function symbol. This is called parenthesis. It is also called parenthesis, and is also called function symbol. Parenthesis is also called parenthesis and also called function symbol. So in the cross tab query, you can calculate any types of functions. Say sum function, we can sum any number. We can get the average mark of numbers. We can get the minimum marks. We can get the maximum mark, or we can say count the numbers also. So in this way, you can easily use these functions in your query. Okay, so cross tab query is basically used for this purpose. You can easily execute this query with the help of cross tab. Say example. Again, I give an example. Example is very important because I think, and for better understanding, example is the very good formula. Okay, so you have to know the examples. Actually, basically, what is actually cross tab? I can see here. This is a roll number, name and marks field. Or roll number. Say name and marks. Okay, roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, name say Priya, Rahul, Arun, Jatin, Lalit. Say marks 540, 570, 480, 375, 368. Okay. Now in this student table, we can use the cross tab here. cross step query in this table. Which field? In the marks fields. Okay, in a marks field we can what? We can get the sum of the marks. Means what? Total marks. Total marks of this table. We can get easily with the help of this sum function. We can also calculate the average marks with the help of AVG function. We can calculate the minimum marks, min. We can calculate maximum marks, max. We can calculate also count. We can calculate the number of students. We can calculate with the help of count function. So in this way you can easily use these functions. So basic function is sum function, min function, max function, average function, count function with the help of this cross step queries. Okay, cross step query. This is the fifth query. It is very important in your exam. It will come. What is cross step query? So cross step query is basically used for use the function, that is say sum function, average function, min function, max function, count functions. Okay. Next is the last query is number 6, that is delete query. Delete means what? You can delete any information from the records. You can see in the book, this query deletes informations that matches the deletion criteria from the existing table, but delete only those information which is match, that is deletion criteria, matches the deletion criteria. For example, this is the records of student. Not student, says the record of employee. Not always students. Okay, now this time employee. Okay. Okay. EMP, ID, name, and say salary. Okay. Now see EMP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Name say ABCD. Okay. Not ABCD, basically Priya, Rahul, Deepak, Neeraj, and say Rajesh. Okay, and salary say 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, 50,000, and 80,000. Okay, now in delete query you can use this query in the empty table. Now you can see the query is say the record which is means the salary, those employee whose salary less than equal to 20, say less than equal to 18,000 or 88,000, 28,000. Okay, less than equal to 28,000. Those employee whose salary is less than equal to 28,000 means what? 28,000 and less. Okay, 1 to 28,000 means 1 to 28,000. Okay, those salaries belongs to this category or belongs to this range. That information will be going to delete. So you can see in this table, you can see here number 1 employee Priya and Rahul, his salary is not greater than 28,000. Okay, it is less than 28,000. Okay, or equal to 28,000. Okay, I can see Priya 20,000 and Rahul salary is 25,000. So that's why the information 1 and 2 is going to be deleted from the database. But if the condition is not fulfilled, say in the debug, you can see here condition is not fulfilled here because salary is greater than 28,000. Means what? Salary is greater than 28,000. So that this is not going to be deleted. Okay. So if the condition is true here, if the condition is true or if the condition is matched here, that information is going to be deleted, not all the informations. Okay. If you delete all information, just delete the table also. So means what? Deepak, Neeraj and Rajesh will not going to be deleted because their information is not successful here in his query. His salary is Deepak's salary is 30,000. It is more than 28,000. 50,000 is more than 28,000, and also 80,000 is more than 28,000. So that's why their information is not going to be deleted from the database. So delete query is very important. So delete query means what? That this query is delete information of the matches deletion criteria. Means what? That matches the deletion criteria. This is the criteria. This is the criteria. You have to match this criteria. After otherwise, you are not going to be deleted from the database because delete a record is very important. It's very sensitive. If you delete any records, means what? It is a very big things. By mistakes, if you delete any informations, it will lost. Means this information is basically lost. Okay, so that's why delete a record is very crucial. So that's why always very careful when you delete any information from the database. Okay, so that is called delete information or delete query. So this is the query and query types of queries. I think you understand these things. If you again not understand these things, please do comment. Okay, or you can join in our dot clearing sessions. Okay, please come in dot clearing session. Again I say only few students comes. Okay, I remember the names who came. I always see the same student came in my dot clearing session, but the others is not coming. Why? Please come. It is dot clearing session only for you guys. You means students, please come. It is very important. Okay, please take it seriously. It's very seriously. 2020, it's a very challenging year. Okay, so that's why you have to be very careful. You continue your educations. So that's why I'm saying that please concentrate on your study. Please do hard work. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Again I say, stay at home and be safe. Thank you everybody. Have a great day. Thank you.